What I have to give this drawing though is that even if it's like very simplistic in its style, they got the ass correct. Like this version of me has to jump to get in them jeans. That is absolutely for sure. B tier. This is like part of a set by the same artist who did the one where they're like peeling up my hoodie. Like they just like gave up. They're like, nah, just cut out the top, man. I don't feel like holding this up anymore. That's gonna have to go in D tier because you don't even want to do the effort of raising the shirt yourself anymore. So this is me just obviously in the doctor's office getting ready for a prostate exam. It's a medical setting, so there's nothing wrong with that. Shouldn't have any issues on YouTube's end, right? But obviously there's HIPAA policies, so, and I don't want to show you guys my very personal medical details, so I had to cut that off here. What I did want to highlight here is how the first time I saw this image, I did not realize how detailed like the work on the hoodie was. All the folds and the shading on it is actually like really, really well done. It almost feels like it's kind of 3D in a way. It's got a lot of depth in the way it's shaded. I like the art style on this a lot, so I'm gonna give this a B tier. You know what? Screw it. A, just because I like how well it's drawn. Now this one was a little tough, very well drawn, a comic panel of sorts. You can see that I'm obviously like working on the shake weight down there. It's great for the forearms if you like trade off, especially if you one-handed. But you know, the cardio will have a dude gasping and sweating. You do anything for too long. Hit that Stairmaster for long enough time and your legs will start burning. But that's the part where you actually have to keep going harder because training to failure is a good thing. Well, it depends on who you ask. There's a lot of conflicting opinions on that, but here I am doing just typical cardio, nothing really out of the ordinary. Art style's great and it's very ambitious in its vision. I gotta give it that, so probably A tier. I believe this next one is by the same artist actually. As you can see, Laron is on my Pokemon team and is one of my best buddies. He's just crawled up on my chest like a cat would, you know? It's very cute. I've always liked when artists use the sunglasses on my character, like they're Spider-Man's eyes in the comics where they just kind of go every which way even if like the laws of physics wouldn't let them. It's a drawing, man. Let it be expressive. My VTuber does something similar. This is just a very domestically illustrated scene and I like what they're doing with the whole kind of cozy vibe. Shout out Laron, dope-ass Pokemon. Love that. Another A tier. There's a lot less raunchy stuff on Rule 34 than I would have thought. A lot of this is just art for the sake of art, and I really respect that about y'all as fan artists. Some people really just can't contain themselves like y'all can, and that's great, I think. To completely buck that trend, here's something somebody drew me in that they absolutely want to see me wear in real life. Like, they are towing the line of what's allowed on YouTube, but they drew my thighs like they got struck by thunder. Like, oh my god, no gap unless I'm manspreading there. It's all sensual and all that. I don't know why, but the chest hair as a detail is really funny to me. But yeah, no, you can see the cheeks from the front. That is crazy, man. Composition's good. I like the proportions and just how they drew everything. That's an S tier for me. You got this garter teasing one. I don't know how like far this is going. I could definitely see y'all wanting to actually see me in this, you freak! Hey, if there's a market for things, I'm going to try and milk y'all for it. Not literally. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Stop thinking that thing you're thinking right now. This is like B tier for me. It's pretty standard thirst trap stuff. I respect it. This is surprisingly not part of a set. It's in that same genre of just like YouTuber but shirt off. That's gonna go in C tier with most of the other ones like that. So this is just, you know, normal fan art looking off. I really do like this person's art style. It's very cozy and warm. I'm gonna put this on D tier. I just like how they draw it. This is perhaps the most detailed peck drawing that we have, and it does include me on the actual background that you're seeing here. Ignore what's under G-subs on the whiteboard. That's not hinting at anything ever that's going to ever happen ever. I think the composition here and the detail bumps that to a B tier. Of that genre of drawing y'all keep drawing me as, that's probably the best one. I believe this is by the same artist who did the me looking off one. I respect that they drew me as like kind of a twunk here. It's like a mix of both worlds. Just the arms overhead, you know, the lats spread, which is very accurate to real life. I'm gigantic and huge and have a hard time getting through doorways because of how broad my shoulders are. This is also gonna go in B tier, which is getting incredibly crowded. You know, I'm gonna have to move this one down a tier actually. I'm thinking like just the quality of what we're working with on the B tier, we gotta be a little more selective. As much as I like that big ass one, it's gotta go down there, I think. Even out the pack a little bit. Here we have this one that is trying to make fun of me, I think, a little bit. Guys, I'm not a furry, and I'll prove it by fucking myself with this human-shaped dildo. See, I'm not a furry, and I don't really feel a need to prove that to you, because it's not really something that I care to. Think whatever you want about me, please. Whatever you say just gets this video more engagement, and therefore me more money, and I win either way, while you remain left in the dark on the reality of this all. But, I will say, if I was to try and prove that I wasn't a furry, I feel like the criteria put forth in this image is not wrong. Like, if I did that, which I won't be doing because I don't need to, surely that would assuage the furry allegation. That would clearly show that I've beaten them, right? right? It's gonna go in A tier because I think it does actually put forth some criteria of like what the litmus test for that should be. And for its innovations in that field, I'm gonna put it up. Ooh, just 2 left. Okay, we have this one where I'm clearly struggling with some plumbing. Like, you know how you have to like kind of stick your head under the sink and get all like in weird angles in order to like get a wrench in the right spot? Very relatable for a lot of people, I'm sure. I think this one also belongs in B tier. And for our final entry, we have the first ever drawn spring trap in quite art. Quite trap art? I don't know. It's us in an incredibly normal situation, just like a back hug from a long day after work, just trying to seek comfort. Very domestic housewife things, you know. I think because of how seminal this piece is, it needs to go in S tier, and I think we're starting to see a pattern of what exactly S tier criteria was. Something something spring trap, something something bunnies. And yep, this is my final tier list of my Rule 34. You know, not a lot of it actually constitutes Rule 34, which is very interesting. So much of this is just me in completely normal positions that have nothing to do with anything inappropriate or NSFW. Good on y'all for showing restraint. Please continue to do so, and now that I've made this video, I'm almost certain that's gonna make this worse. If you invested in Quite Rule 34, the stock is about to skyrocket. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. That card I mentioned should be on screen now. If you enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on. Anyways, this has been Quite, and I have Rule 34, I guess. Please tell me I heard wrong. Why, Judy, why? Let me explain, Nick. In this video, I read the entire Zootopia Fetus Deletus trilogy. A lot of you guys have probably seen this infamous frame from the comic. It's gone all over the internet, but not many people know that it actually has multiple sequels. Sequels that are only crazier than the original. No, I've had enough. He's about to tear his ears off, dude. He is not handling this well. I had my mind blown when reading this entire thing live on twitch.tv/Quite, and only like 20% of y'all are subscribed with notifications on. If you sub and hit that bell button, you'll never miss another video. Anyways, enjoy this video. How many abortions can one bunny have? Well, considering rabbits are known to fuck a lot. Best decision of my life, worst decision of mine. I Will Survive. A Zootopia fan comic by Borba. Chirp chirp go the birds. Tap goes a pregnancy test. Judy doesn't look so happy. Oh, this crotch hatching is really good. Come on, let's go. Sweet cheese! It's positive. Snore. Nick, come on, wake up. We're off duty today. Nick, I have something important to say. Also, that ass is fucking fat. What the fuck were they doing? They knew the pose they were making when they did that shit. Nicholas, I am serious. Okay. Jeez, when you call me Nicholas, it means that I'm in great danger. You bet. She got mad cake, yeah. People do like the Zootopia bunny for a reason. It's not an unfounded, you know, observation. May I take a shower and do other things before you ruin the rest of my day? Yeah, I think that'd be good. He's singing in the shower. He's so happy, not even, like, aware of, like, how his life's about to change forever. Wow, I'm feeling much better now. Well, what is this important thing you want me to know? Like, I'm pregnant. The fucking action lines, dude! Nice try, Fluff. You almost got me. As if it were even possible. Your nose is twitching. So it means carrots. Are you sure it's for real? Yes, it is. That's it. I didn't even catch that was supposed to illustrate the nose twitching. Look, he's so invested in this. What a loving and caring boyfriend. I can see no way this will go wrong and they will have a disagreement over this. I just took a pregnancy test and... Judy, oh Judy, this is the happiest day of my life. I love you, Judy. I love you so much. You've made me the happiest mammal on earth. Nick, please stop. That artist knew what they were doing with the cheeks in every panel. It has to be intentional. Oh, sorry, I didn't hurt you, did I? No, Nick, you didn't. But this isn't the problem. Problem? You mean because we're from different species, you think our baby might have some problem, right? That wasn't what I meant. Nick, please don't make things worse for us. Judy, what are you talking about? I don't want this child! Heartbreaking. Gut-wrenching, you might even say. Stop while you still can. Stopping while I still could would be not streaming this. The biggest surprise about this entire thing is that it doesn't become a porn thing by the end. Like, you'd think this would just be like a really dramatic build-up to like a sex scene, but no, it stays drama the whole time. Please tell me I heard wrong. Why, Judy, why? Let me explain, Nick. The expression work is so good. It's like, it is good that this person is talented, but this level of competency attached to this particular concept, it is, you know, it is a very much like, that's real, huh? It's like seeing y'all, like, make incredibly good and detailed furry art about me. Like, you could be doing thousands of dollars worth of commissions, but you're doing it for, I don't know, some fucking poo-eat streamer. So explain yourself. Why don't you want our baby? There's no baby yet. I'm just in my first month of pregnancy. And you decided on your own that this is gonna be the last one. month, ain't you? Let's talk about it like adults, right? Also, they put the cheeks in every frame. Yes, I do know there are some cases of interbreeding, but they're extremely rare, and none of them have involved a couple formed by a pred and a prey. A pred for short? So I foolishly believed we didn't have to take any precautions. Your first mistake. Furries have been making crossbreed species for their personas for years, and you thought it wouldn't happen to you? You're a fool. Sorry, I'm focusing on all the wrong things right here, guys. We hate Nick right now. Hey, we need to get the full scope of the story. We need to get the full scope of the story before we make any character judgments. Maybe Nick comes around, okay? There's 3 parts. People can have character arcs, and maybe he learns to be better. How wrong I was. I still don't understand why you— because I'm afraid. Nose twitch. That's the character tone, by the way. That's how we know she's being serious. Afraid of what? In part, I fear our child might be, you know, some kind of freak. Duty's imagination gone wild. I know some of y'all feel some kind of way about that silhouette drawing. And I'm not, like, I'm just calling you out right now because I know you're in the chat. No, look! These angles are literally intentional. You can't tell me they're not. Look! I'm not crazy! You really think so? Why not? It isn't impossible. Moreover, a baby of yours might be a little too big for me. How does the whole, like, coitus between these two work to begin with? I feel like everything in that scenario is, like, just too big to start. You don't know for sure. Nobody knows, and it scares me. So what you're saying is, hey, Nick, even if you can get me pregnant, I don't want to have any children with you. Did I hit the mark, Judy? I should have had this talk with you earlier, and I'm really sorry for not doing so. And you have no idea how hard it is for me to have to tell you these things. But I must say that there is another good reason, and it's my career. Man, women these days always want to work jobs and get money and stack paper. Me too, sis. Get that bread. She doesn't want to have the baby because she's too busy girl bossing, essentially. Nick is such a whiny bitch. Hey, we're only in the first third of the series, okay? It could go up from here. You know I'm about to be promoted to lieutenant, and if I accept this risky pregnancy, my career will be halted for months, or years, or even forever in the worst case scenario. If I suffer any sequela, it's not only my life and my career that are in danger here, Nick. I became a symbol, and I don't want to let these achievements slip through my fingers like sand. It's a novel. Like, this could have been a paragraph in a book. Also, this angle was intentional, I'm telling you. Like, they're photographing the goods. I should have known you were going to throw it in my face, but you surprised me, Judy. You don't have the right to say that to me. You know who I am. You know what I am. You know what's at stake for me since we first met. And you know full well that I did everything for my career. And it seems like you could even kill our baby for your career. Oh, the most famous comic panel of all time. The most relevant piece of Zootopia media ever created. It has never eclipsed this in cultural relevancy. Oh! An equally famous frame. What? This action work is good. Like, the motion is so crisp and clear. Why is this person like a comic art, like a graphic novelist by trade? Oh, I remember this now. You remember this now? Wait, did this not ring a bell? Domestic abuse moment. He falls down and hits the table. Nick, forgive me. I lost my temper. And he walks out. Ashamed. He packs his bags. All of his stuff, and he gets out. Nick, I beg you, please forgive me. You don't need to do that. I didn't want to hurt you. I need you more than ever. Trust me when I say I still love you. It's heart-wrenching. A single teardrop. To my son, Nicholas, with love. Judy, what would have happened if your mother, while pregnant with you, had decided to interrupt her pregnancy? All of these memories in the real world would have never happened. Not the guilt tripping. Nick, it's useless. I know it's you. I'll tell you what would have happened. If you hadn't been born, Judy, this world would be as bleak as ever. And without your light, I'd still be on the streets living a meaningless life. Wait, dude, he's got a fucking beer bottle. He's canon alcoholic in this dude. That's not true, Nick. Even being a little bunny, you stopped an absurdly nasty conspiracy and helped change the minds and hearts of millions. Things like these could never ever have happened without you. For God's sake, Judy, give this unborn child the opportunity to do the same. I beg you. Please let your light continue to shine through him or her. Or them. And he thinks she's coming around with it has the sparkles in her eye. And then no. Right as the piano note.